Hey guys, welcome back. It's Paula here with Paula's Imperfect Plans, back for another video. Today is Transfer Tuesday. When I'm filming this, it's actually quite late on Monday night, and I'm tired, guys. I want to say it's been a long week. I'm aware that it's Monday. This is like a run-on week from last week. Starting last week, we have kind of been in the throes of planting, of farming, and so each field, I guess. Not every field. They all required at least 2 passes. Some required 3 passes over them between spraying, tillage, and now planting and putting the crop in. So I haven't seen my husband outside of like passing by at bedtime for quite some time. There was one night where he was home early enough to put my kids in bed because he didn't want to start something new, and he happened to be done with whatever at like 5 o'clock. And so we have our acres, and then he farms with a coworker of his. And so they kind of trade equipment and stuff back and forth. And so the coworker, they were basically working planting. We planted our stuff during the week, most of it. And then he had the coworker planted kind of all weekend, brought the planter back at some point today. And then my husband put in a seed plot, which is basically kind of like a test plot from our friend of ours there where we get our soybeans through. Anyway, and then he has one last field. It's like the new farm that we got this year, which is connected to our other farm, but it was quite wet, and we knew that the tile wasn't great there, so he had to kind of come back and do that. So it's 9:33 right now, and he texted me 10 minutes ago and said that he had 60 acres to go, and he wants to get done tonight. I think it's supposed to rain tomorrow or the next day, or like later on tomorrow, and he is ready to be done. And so he is really hoping to get done tonight. I hope for his sake that he can do that. I think he can go about 20 acres an hour, if I'm not mistaken, if it goes well. So that's another 3-ish hours, if memory serves me correctly. So we're all tired here. I hope for his sake that he's able to get done because he's ready to be done. But I also told him, like, if you get tired, you got to get out of the tractor because, there is another day coming that we can do it. So he's doing that. And we had swimming lessons tonight. I got the kids put down. And I was just kind of vegging, getting through my to-do list. And I really struggled to come down here and set this video up. It's not a pay week. I have one transfer. I'm not even pulling up the transfers thing. So I'm calling it rollover. Anyway, so sorry for the rant, guys. Transfer Tuesday is when we look at our financial goals and the moves that we've been able to make toward those goals in the last week. I was really inspired to this by Debt-Free Jessie, who is the creator of this spreadsheet. So if you are a spreadsheet lover, certainly check out her Etsy shop. So I have, it's not a pay week, so I have no budgeted anything. We are working on a 3-month emergency fund. We are working on saving some spending money for our anniversary trip this fall. And then I have 2 balance transfer cards they were both our HELOC. So it's 1 debt left, even though, it's 2 technically now, but it started out as 1 and I split it to get it on 0 interest promotion. So the only thing that we have, I'm calling it rollover, like our pay period isn't over, but one of our bills was significantly less than we thought it was going to be. So instead of just leaving that money there and going, oh, let's see what to do with it, I right away took it and put that, it was $67. And I put that right away on the city card. Coming into this week, the balance on our city card was $6,227.80. Adding that $67 brings us down to $6,160.80. That specific portion of the debt is 77% paid, and that still leaves us at 65% paid for the HELOC as a whole that we started with. So not super exciting today. Exciting that we had $67 on not a pay week, but not a whole lot going on in the spreadsheet. I appreciate you all for clicking on another video. Please hit that like button on your way out. And if you haven't, please consider subscribing to stick around. We're over 900. And I would love to hit that 1,000. So thank you guys again so much for being here and spending your valuable time here with me. And until next time, bye.